I started piercing like 10 years ago, and the way this happened was I went to a shop and I got my second tattoo ever, this one. And this guy, they asked me if I wanted a job as a body piercer, and I was just a client. The next day I went in for my interview, and the guy looked me in my eyeballs and he told me that he would have hired me faster had I worn a lower cut shirt. So, over the next several years, he taught me how to do everything completely wrong. The only thing he ever taught me how to do was how to pierce a tragus backwards and wrong and inappropriate and to almost kill people with a tongue piercing. But unlearning everything and starting from complete scratch without an apprenticeship was really hard, having to like figure out cross-contamination and stuff again, because that was a foreign concept. Nobody taught me cross-contamination ever. I got fired for not wanting to hurt people, and then I went to Petco for a year, and the owner here found me getting his fish. So then on Friday the 13th, they offered me a job. It was like be here at 11 kind of thing on one of the busiest days of the year, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I actually turned them down at first because I didn't want to do the $20 piercing gig again. But as soon as they said I didn't have to do the $20 piercing gig anymore and that I could do my high quality, whatever I wanted to do, I was like, okay, that's fine, we'll do that. So now I can actually do what I want to do, and the owner here actually supports doing that and actually supports doing a lot better work for, I might have a lot less clients, but it's more quality, and I sterilize everything like right before. Piercing community is littered. It's saturated with so many piercers that are really what I call pokers, because they charge you 20 bucks and they just fuck you up. But it's so saturated with people that really don't care about you that it's hard for people who do care about you to actually put their business out there and you see the difference. Like, I'm gonna charge you 60 bucks for a nose piercing. You can get it down the street for 20, but unless you ask me what the big difference is, you're just gonna think I'm ripping you off. It's actually about keeping people safe, and it changes your goals. Everything is just different. I don't know, I'm just happier doing it. Like, I actually get to sleep at night knowing I have really nice nose piercings out there. But I would love for the industry to change in more of a direction where instead of 50% of my clientele being, hey, I have this thing in my nose that I really need fixed, I'd love for people to just have nice piercings. I got into body suspension because me and the shop I was working with at the time ended up going to this tattoo convention, and there was this kid there. I mean, I'm sure he was over 18, but he actually didn't have any tattoos or any really visible piercings, and he just a skinny little guy who was jumping off the rafters with hooks in his back, and it was just the coolest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. To be dramatic, it really was though. I looked at the owner at the time and I was like, so when we get home we're gonna try that. And Halloween that year was my first body suspension. It was the coolest thing I'd ever done. It is spiritual for a lot of people, whether or not they're, like I said, they're doing it for a god. Most of the time it's really just for themselves. Being suspended, there's really not great words for it other than just powerful, peaceful, everything all in one, complete reset, spiritual, everything. Like, it's really, you really can't describe it. It's everything for so many people. Like, when I'm on those hooks, I could not be happier. It's the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And just being part of it, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. For a lot of people, you're just trying to get past that point of your next level. Like, you want to be stronger, you want to make sure nothing can, if I can do this, if I can hang myself from hooks, you can't stop me. Like, I got this. If it scares me bad enough, I'm gonna go do it. And even now, that's how I pick out my suspensions, is the one that I'm scared of the most is the one I'm definitely gonna do next. But I mean, I would consider like my piercing community, without a doubt, family. I would consider the guys working with me, without a doubt, family. So everybody in the shop, they ended up starting to call me Danny Hooks because of the body suspension. The guys felt like it would be a really good fresh start, good nickname just to kind of get me into my little high quality swing, and it's a name that really, really, really fits, and it makes me happy, and I've actually never had an actual cool nickname before, so Danny Hooks it is.